With the STAAR test coming up next week, I wanted to give you some information about what was going on. The first thing is students will be taking at least one STAAR test next week. On Tuesday, April 2nd, 7th graders are going to be taking day 1 of the writing STAAR, and 8th grade pre-algebra students will be taking the 8th grade STAAR math test. However, if you are in an algebra or geometry class, you will be taking a benchmark that day because you take an end-of-course exam in May. On Wednesday, April 3rd, the 7th graders will be taking day 2 of the writing STAAR test, and all 8th graders will be taking the 8th grade reading STAAR test. So on Wednesday, every single student's taking a test. On Thursday, however, we have a special situation. If you have a 7th grader who is a pre-algebra student, they will be taking the 8th grade STAAR math test since they are in an 8th grade class, and everybody else will be on a regular schedule that day. So they will be grouped in a certain area of the school and taking the test for the 4 hours while the other students are on a regular bell schedule. So we want to make sure that the students try to get here on time. The test is timed this year as well as last year to 4 hours, and we start as soon as the school starts. So please make sure you try and get there on time. Students need to report to their testing homerooms. On Monday, they're going to be given a schedule where they're supposed to go, and that's where they'll report on Tuesday and Wednesday when they test. Of course, school begins at 8:50, and a test will occur from 9:10 to 1:10. Now, we do eat lunch in our testing room from 1:10 to 1:40. So we go straight 4 hours for the test, we end the test, and then we lunch from 1:10 to 1:40. After lunch, the students will go to all of their classes, and here is a schedule. They go to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and they're going to be in their classes for about 20-25 minutes. We don't do a split that day, either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. So Thursday, students will report to their regular 4th period and advisory because they will be testing 1st, 2nd, and 3rd period. So, students need to take the following items with them to their testing room on testing days. It's really important that you bring a snack lunch. If you need to get a lunch from the cafeteria, of course, we will have lunches in the cafeteria, and they will be sack lunches. But it will take time to get those lunches and the students to get down there to get their lunches. So it's just best to have a sack lunch. Of course, pencils and highlighters they can bring. They are optional, but they can bring a highlighter if they want. And books to read. I like to tell the kids to bring 2 books because sometimes they get tired of the first book they're on, or they finish it and they can start a new one. They also might want to bring a hoodie or sweater because you don't know what kind of room you're going to be in. Everybody's in a different room. It could get cold, it could get hot, and you want to have something you can take on and off depending upon what happens to the temperature. Things that students should not take with them to their testing rooms are a cell phone. We don't want any electronic devices in the room, which also include e-reader. No Kindles, no Nooks. If they have a book that they're reading on their Kindle or Nook, or even on an iPad or an iPod Touch, I tell the students to go check that book out from the library so they can finish that book, or they can start a new book that day. And they shouldn't bring any school stuff to work on. No math homework, no reading, nothing like that. The only things that they should come with them are their lunch, pencils, highlighters, and a book to read. Of course, they cannot have a calculator. Ends our little video about what's going on next week. Of course, you can always email your student's teacher if you have any questions. Have a great day.